Live from the Canadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous, with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well-deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Offer ends August 31st, 2023. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits.
This is Network News for Monday, August the 21st, 2023. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines, 22-year-old Woburn resident charged in connection with Egmont shooting. GTA chairman says the Mama Glow underwater sculpture has been misunderstood by the public. Attorney Gillian Bristol replaces Lady Anande Trotman as head of the Integrity Commission. And in regional news, public servants in Guyana to receive $37 billion more in wages and salaries under PPP. On the international front, Niger coup leader proposes a 3-year transition to civilian rule. And coming up in sports, Grenadian athletes take center stage in Budapest. We'll have all the details for you right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. Police have arrested and charged a Woburn St. George resident in connection with the fatal shooting incident at Egmont Point on Carnival Monday. The suspect, identified as 22-year-old Johannes Charles, made his first appearance before Chief Magistrate Francine Foster at the St. George's No. 1 Magistrates Court on Monday. Nisha Paul will tell us more.
22-year-old Johannes Charles is facing indictable charges of abetment of capital murder in connection with the death of 30-year-old Delvon Thomas and abetment to attempt to commit capital murder in connection with the shooting of Linton Warwood. GBN understands that the Woburn St. George resident, who was taken into police custody on Friday last, is facing additional charges of possession of ammunition and a small quantity of cannabis as a result of a search conducted on his premises. Charles, who is being represented in the matter by attorney Arlie Gill, has been remanded to the Richmond Hill prison until September 8th. The charges, which were laid against him on Sunday, stems from the Carnival Monday shooting incident at the luxury home of Warwood, who also suffered injuries. The small businessman, who is associated with the mass band Bashik, has since flown out of the island. The Trinidad Daily Express reported on Saturday that the fatal shooting incident may have been a hit ordered by a notorious gang leader from behind prison walls on the neighboring island. According to the report, the intended target was a Trinidadian man who resides in Europe and has been at odds with the incarcerated gang leader for several years. The online report reads in part, and I quote, "According to the source, important information was obtained indicating that the intended target may have left minutes before the shooting and that Thomas and Warwood were most likely collateral damage, end quote. When contacted on Monday, officer in charge of the Criminal Investigations Department, Assistant Superintendent of Police Ryan Hall, acknowledged the reports coming out of the neighboring island, stating, and I quote, "We have communicated with our regional colleagues and we are exploring all possibilities," end quote. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
The Grenada Tourism Authority is clarifying the story behind a new underwater sculpture which raised some eyebrows when photographs of it were shared earlier this month. Beverly Telesford reports.
The Molyneux Bay Underwater Sculpture Park, created in 2006 by British sculptor Jason DeCaires Taylor, is set for a facelift in October this year. One of the latest sculptures created questions in the minds of many who expressed concern about the connection between the sculptures and Grenada. Chairman of the Grenada Tourism Authority, Randall Dolan, said the Mama Glow sculpture has been misunderstood by the public.
Mama Glow distinctly means she's a protector of the rivers and all of its animals that live in the river. That's who Mama Glow is. That's what she does. And I believe that, the sort of comparisons were being made comes from Greek mythology, which is Medusa, completely different character. So Mama Glow essentially protects all the river creatures, all of their lives, ensure that she protects them from hunters and from humans who would come in, kill the animals or pollute the waters essentially. And she would lure them in with her beautiful looks and with her sort of the snake tail, was sort of like then, get them away from the areas, right, essentially.
Dolan said the sculpture speaks to Caribbean folklore, and the misunderstanding of what it represents serves as a reminder for us to brush up on our myths and stories.
We have to continue to embrace our sort of local or West Indian folklore, because that's where all of these things have come from. You're looking at the Laja Bless, the Jab Jab. All of these things are sort of these are our own. This is West Indian folklore. So, if we're outside recruiting Greek mythology, I think that, we have to also pay attention to our own as well, right?
The park features more than 65 sculptures, with each sculpture telling a different story and conveying a powerful message. 27 new sculptures will be added to the park in October. While the majority of the new sculptures were done by Jason DeCaires Taylor, local sculptors have also contributed their artistic talent.
The sculptures are all casts of Grenadians. So I had Grenadians come to my studio. They sat as models. We did plaster casts of different people from all different parishes on the island. We made molds of them. We made all the forms, all the different characters and masqueraders of the carnival. Then I also employed a team of local artists here in Grenada to actually help me produce the work. So
the new installments will feature cultural elements such as the Jab Jab and Shortney. The Molyneux Bay Underwater Sculpture Park has become a popular attraction for both locals and tourists. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
The Integrity Commission has a new head in the person of Attorney Gillian Bristol. Bristol was first announced as the chairperson of the Integrity Commission during the tribute section for the funeral service of the late retired Justice Monica Joseph, former chairperson of the Integrity Commission.
I would like to invite to the podium Ambassador Gillian Bristol, Chairman of the Integrity Commission of Grenada. Ambassador Bristol.
Good afternoon. I stand on protocol as established.
An official from the Integrity Commission further confirmed Bristol's appointment when contacted via telephone on Monday. However, the official was not in a position to provide further details. Attorney Bristol, who is a former ambassador to the United States, Mexico, and the OAS, replaces Anande Trotman Joseph, whose 2-year appointment ended on February 15. According to Part 2 of the Integrity in Public Life Act, the commission shall consist of persons appointed by the Governor General. They are a chairperson who shall be a retired judge, an attorney at law of at least 15 years standing, or a citizen of Grenada who is a person of good standing in the community, a certified or chartered accountant, an attorney at law of at least 7 years standing, one person on the recommendation of the Prime Minister, one person on the recommendation of the Leader of the Opposition, and 2 persons after consultations with faith-based organizations. It is unclear at this time who the other members are, but it is understood that several who served on the previous commission were retained for a further term. The law states that a person appointed to the commission shall be a person of high integrity who shall exercise competence, diligence, sound judgment, confidentiality, and impartiality in fulfilling his or her duties pursuant to the provisions of this Act. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
In a significant stride towards bolstering grassroots democracy and citizen engagement, political leader of the ruling National Democratic Congress, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, has launched an innovative challenge fund for constituencies. That's according to a Facebook post by Minister for Social and Community Development, Philip Telesford. It further stated that last Saturday, the Prime Minister handed over charge of this fund to Minister Telesford at a meeting of the National Democratic Congress's polling division branch leaders. This visionary initiative aims to cultivate active participation by encouraging cash donations that will directly benefit various constituencies. To facilitate this, donation boxes will be strategically placed at constituency offices. This fund exemplifies a dynamic approach to community empowerment and collaborative development. Minister Telesford lauds this transformative endeavor, recognizing its potential to foster unprecedented civic support and usher in a new era of constituency-driven progress. Donations in the boxes will be accessible once an election is announced and will be used for campaign activities. This is News at 7. Coming up, scores of Grenadians show up to access free dental care provided by Great Shape Inc. Stay with us.
Request, repay, repeat with Ariza's FlexiCredit Evergreen Loan Facility. Qualify for a FlexiCredit with limits up to $25,000 or use your home equity to qualify for more. Extra cash at your fingertips whenever you need it, accessed using your debit card, and managed using AMI, Ariza's mobile internet experience app. FlexiCredit allows you the flexibility to top up to your approved limit any day, anytime. Already a member? Send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987. New members join today to apply. Request, repay, repeat. Use your FlexiCredit for vacations, shopping, wedding, general expenses, and more. Ariza loan terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details. along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
The Ministry of Tourism and Economic Development and the Grenada Tourism Authority extend a warm welcome to visitors and returning nationals visiting for Carnival and summer vacation. We do hope you enjoy your stay with us, and we invite you to return with friends and family to celebrate our 50th anniversary of independence on 7th February 2024. Tourism is my business, your business, our business.
Get ready and fasten your laughter belt as Faith Pentecostal Tabernacle presents Turning Point 1, a thrilling, exciting drama presentation written and directed by Angela James and featured at Gateway Conference Center, Point Salines, on Saturday, 26th August 2023, 7 p.m. Come and witness Merlin's controversial wedding. Edna and Marjorie square up to fight, and Officer Brown is sneaking around. It's a classic with suspense and excitement from beginning to end. Get your tickets now at Gittins Pharmacy outlets and at your local church. Tickets cost $50, $60 at the door. It's Turning Point 1, Saturday, August 26th, Gateway Conference Center, 7 p.m. And by the way, get ready for Turning Point 2 on Saturday, September the 30th, same venue.
That ain't missing me.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Everyone wants money, don't you? The National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Jackpot is $168,000. Play today for chances at improving your life. Lotto, play and win a lot of money.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. The Public Workers Union has renamed its scholarship program and now bears the name of one of its former presidents in recognition of sterling contribution to the trade union movement. We have the details for you here.
It is with great pleasure that I declare henceforth, as mandated by Council, the GPW Scholarship Awards be renamed the Laureate Clarkson Scholarship Award.
That was President of the Grenada Public Workers Union, Brian Grimes. On Monday, the GPWU held its scholarship and award ceremony. President Grimes said the renaming of the scholarship awards is in recognition of the enormous contribution made over the years in many spheres by former trade unionist, the late Laurette Clarkson.
Orders of the history of the Grenada Public Workers Union, and by extension, the trade union movement, there are names that must reside in immortality based on the enormous contributions they have made to the movement and the country, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. One such person is Sister Laurette Clarkson. After decades of service to country, she transitioned in 2020, but not before leaving indelible and historic footprints at the GPW.
24 students successful in this year's Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment were given a one-off grant, while 4 new students were awarded 5-year scholarships. That's in addition to 16 continuing scholarships for students attending the T.A. Marichaud Community College. Grants implored upon students to love school and consider the long-term benefits when they enter adulthood.
Let education be a fun experience for you. Education is not just reading books, but it's also interacting with your friends, interacting with your teachers, and just gaining experience. At the end of it, if you make it fun and if you apply yourself, it will read down well for you in the future when you become adults, in terms of being able to earn and even being able to take care of those who took care of you.
The PWU president assured parents that the union is there to render assistance whenever and wherever necessary. He encouraged parents to be their children's main support system, encouraging them in what they are passionate about.
So, as parents, we have to be conscious of not necessarily pushing what we want on the child, but understanding what the child's talent is and pushing them in that direction. When you do that, it's natural. They like something, they will get good at it because learning becomes fun. So don't push them to be a doctor or a lawyer and they don't have that particular gift, love, passion, or skill set.
Christina John, GBN News.
It is day 1 of a 2-week dental clinic, and already scores of Grenadians have converged at the National Stadium to access free dental care. Great Shape Inc. is back on the island with its free dental clinic from August the 21st to September the 1st. About 110 dental care providers from the U.S. and Canada have volunteered to be part of the program in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, Health, and Sandals Grenada. Citizens will have access to services such as fillings, extractions, cleaning, x-rays, sealants, fluorides, examinations, root canals in some instances, and screening for blood pressure. From August the 28th to September the 1st, a special dental care program by Great Shape Dentists called Seal Grenada will also be provided for children between the ages of 6 and 18. This will be held in the parish of St. David at the Corinth Government School. The aim of that program is to lessen cavities among children on the island. Great Shape Inc. hopes to provide dental care to over 1,000 Grenadians over the next 2 weeks. When the Grenadian Jaguar takes to the track, Grenadians celebrate. We take a look back at Cranny James' latest accomplishment with the GBN ISOL lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISOL is brought to you by ClearVision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. ClearVision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Kirmani James' winning performance in Heat 4 of the men's 400 meters at the Budapest 2023 World Athletics Championships takes spotlight in tonight's GBN ISA. James won the heat on Sunday in a time of 44.91 seconds, the 14th fastest time overall. We wish the Jaguar the best of luck as he prepares for the final of that event on Tuesday at 3 p.m. local time. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
And when we return, another Caribbean island will receive apologies from descendants of former slave plantation owners. We'll be back in a moment.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
So it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Be ready for school with the coolest deals from Courts. Shop today and get big discounts on cell phones, laptops, tablets, printers, televisions, and more. Plus, get a chance to win cool stuff. Shop today and pay later with Courts Ready Finance. And stay protected for up to 4 years with Super Shield Extended Warranty. Save big with great deals and head back to school in style. Only from Courts. Bringing value home. Offer ends August 23rd, 2023. Special conditions apply.
We've been working to improve our services at the NIS, and we'd like to share some of the improvements with you. We understand that the cost of basic goods is rising globally. To address this, we are pleased to announce a 25% increase in the weekly minimum pension payment from $46.40 to $58. We have also adjusted our minimum survivor's benefit payment to a percentage of the age pension minimum. Widows, widowers, and dependent parents will now receive 100% of the minimum rate or $58 weekly, while children will receive 50% or $29 weekly of the deceased pension. We believe this change was necessary to ensure that our survivors receive the support they need. If you have any questions on how this impacts you and your family, please contact our informational hotline at 440-6647 or visit www.nisgrenada.org. Thank you for allowing us to be your Social Security provider.
more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
5 months after Laura Trevelyan and some of her family members traveled to Grenada and became the first to offer their apologies to the government and people for the atrocities committed by their ancestors, another British family is expected to visit the Caribbean with similar intentions. The family of 19th century Prime Minister William Gladstone will travel to the Caribbean to apologize for the part an ancestor played in the slave trade. William was the son of John Gladstone, who was one of the largest slave owners in the British West Indies. A joint statement by descendants said they believed his actions amounted to a crime against humanity. They said they hoped to make a better future. According to The Observer, which first reported the story, Charlie Gladstone, whose family's ancestral home is Hawardarn Estate in North Wales, is due to travel to Guyana, South America, with 5 other family members to make an apology for John's ownership of Africans. They will travel from the 24th to the 28th of August, which coincides with the 200th anniversary of the 1823 rebellion in Demerara, a British colony that later became part of Guyana. The Gladstone family plans to make their official apology at the opening of the University of Guyana's International Institute for Migration and Diaspora Studies, which it said it hopes to help fund with a grant of £100,000. Trevelyan, during her visit to Grenada in March, contributed £100,000 to a fund to pay reparations to the people of this country for her family's involvement in the transatlantic slave trade. This has been widely regarded as one of the cruelest crimes against humanity. Stay with us.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wall. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Hi, my name is Dwayne Thompson, co-owner and founder of Sweet Grenada Tours, Taxi and Rental. We provide transportation tours in the field of tourism. Being in the field of tourism, the pandemic have taught us that we need all the help we can get, which the NIF has been very helpful in doing so. But as a small business owner, we are even more excited right now with the new initiative that the NIF have launched, providing a little bit more flexibility for small businesses like ourselves. So we definitely encourage all a small business to consider getting on board with the NIS and this new initiative that allows the level of flexibility that they have implemented.
You more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
And good evening, sports fans. On Tuesday, Grenada's Granny James will compete in the 400-meter male semifinal to qualify for a spot in Thursday's final of the World Athletics Championships in Budapest. This after the Grenadian 400-meter world champion won his heat on Sunday with a time of 44.91 seconds. On Friday, August the 25th, decathlon athlete Lyndon Victor and world champion javelin throw Anderson Peters will start their qualifying round of the competition. Meanwhile, Hallie Hazard failed to qualify for the semifinal round of the women's 100-meter. She placed 5th in Sunday's heat at the World Championship in Budapest with a personal best time of 11.34 seconds. Rain proved to be the overall victor in a weekend match between St. Lucia Kings and Guyana Amazon Warriors in the Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League, or CPL. The match was persistently interrupted before eventually being reduced to a 5-over-a-side shootout, with both teams taking a point each. Sayin Ayub and Chandra Paul Hemraj tried to accelerate, but on a pitch with good bounce and carry, they struggled with their timing before Hemraj fell first for 4 midway through the 3rd over. However, that wicket seemed to spark the Amazon Warriors' innings into life, and Ayub and Azam Khan took Chris Soule and Alzari Joseph for 18 and 19 runs respectively. Then there was further woe for the Kings after they accrued the slow over rate penalty for the final over, but Jair McAllister bowled a brilliant death over on his CPL debut to ensure the Amazon Warriors were restricted to 56 from their 5 overs. DSL readjusted the St. Lucia target to 59, but the match saw no further action as rain returned to call a permanent halt to the proceedings. The result meant both teams shared the spoils in a result that sent St. Lucia to the top of the nascent CPL table. And finally, Olga Carmona sealed Women's World Cup glory for Spain in Sydney with a first-half goal that clinched a 1-0 victory against England. Carmona had scored a stunning late goal in the 2-1 semi-final win against Sweden, and the left back struck again to claim Spain's first women's world title. European champions England went into the game as slight favorites, having beaten Spain on the way to winning Euro 2022 last year. But this year, the Lionesses went close to opening the scoring early in the game when Lauren Hemp struck the crossbar with a left-foot strike from Rachel Daly's pass 20 yards out. But England struggled to get a foothold in the game as Spain dominated possession and La Roja almost doubled their lead before halftime when Salma Paralulo hit the post in the 45th minute. Despite being thrown a lifeline by their goalkeeper, though, England couldn't find a way to get back into the game with an equalizer, and Spain held out to win the game and lift the Women's World Cup at Stadium Australia. And that's what's been happening in the world of sports. And now for a look at what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today. In response to recent remarks by the leader of the opposition, Aubrey Norton, regarding the issue of wage and salary increases for public sector servants, the Vice President of Guyana, Dr. Bharat Jagdeo, addressed the matter. We get more in this report from HGP-TV's Renata Burnett.
During a Government of Guyana press conference on Thursday, the Vice President accused Norton and his team, inclusive of economist Elson Lowe and APNU AFC parliamentarian Ganesh Maipal, of not understanding complex financial matters pertaining to the management of a country. Jagdeo asserted that public servants' salaries have already been increased and in the coming year will be increased again.
So our public servants are now in 2023 getting $37 billion more annually, given this year. Next year they would get more because you got to have a salary increase. This year, $37 billion more than they were getting when APNU left office.
Jagdeo also pointed out that pensioners, part-time workers, and even school children are receiving more cash in their pockets under this government.
I'm talking about, we haven't spoken about security or anything, and that's already $175 billion that goes directly to social welfare.
Notwithstanding this, Norton remains adamant that public servants' wages and salaries can and should be increased.
We believe the government today can substantially increase the disposable income of Guyanese households without any great risk of high inflation because, one, there are high volumes of unsold merchandise in the market, and two, suppliers, importers, and local producers can respond quickly to increased demand once bottlenecks, such as delays in the granting of import license, are methodically removed.
At an earlier press conference, Norton and his team proffered that the government is deliberately withholding salary increases from public servants against the backdrop of inflation and the Dutch disease. Norton said that the PPP is using these two concepts as illusionary tactics to deceive Guyanese into believing that the country will descend into a state of chaos if wages and salaries were to be increased. He pointed to examples in the years 1999 and 2000 when workers' salaries were increased by some 30% and over, yet it did not cause inflation.
The government of St. Lucia has set a plan in motion to counter the scourge of crime through the state-funded Crime and Violence Interruption Project, or CVIP. The initiative will seek to steer the nation's youth away from a life of crime and deviance. We get more in this report.
So many young lives lost to violence, so many families left with unanswered questions, grieving over their slain loved one. The battle to get crime under control continues as the Ministry of Equity launched the Crime and Violence Interruption Project on Friday, 18th August 2023.
This program is funded to the sum of $150,000, which is coming from the government of St. Lucia, and EC dollars. Wish it were US, but it is EC dollars. So I'd like to say thank you to our permanent secretary and Minister of Responsibility for Equity for advocating for the investment of some funding to help build our families, our young people, and communities. So the program comprises of 3 components. The first component is known as the Basic Life and Employability Program and Internship. This component has actually started. It commenced on the 8th of August, and it is going to end on the 20th of October.
Equity Minister Joachim Henry has called for peace to prevail, turning a mirror on society and the downward path it is seemingly headed, with the glorification and oversharing of violence on social media. Henry has called for an end to the promotion of violence online, as he believes all forms of intervention can help curb the social problem. 2 special donors also came on board to provide relief to deserving parents for school students.
Therefore, our effort in serving humanity
lies in our small contribution that becomes great, because the sum total of everything we do is what will contribute to a new environment, a new society, a better tomorrow.
Niger's coup leader has proposed a 3-year transition to civilian rule after meeting with a delegation of West African leaders, and he warned that any attack on the country would not be a walk in the park for those involved. General Abdurrahmani Tiani, speaking on national television late on Saturday, gave no details on the planned transition of power, saying only that the principles for the move would be decided within 30 days at a dialogue to be hosted by the ruling military council. We get more in this report.
Answering the junta's call to mobilize, tens of thousands of volunteers gathered outside of Niger's national stadium to join the armed forces. For the junta, this is a show of popular support for last month's coup. An act of defiance in the face of the threat of military action from the West African body ECOWAS, which wants to reinstate the deposed elected President Bazoum. And the coup leader, General Chiani, delivered a message of his own after meeting an ECOWAS delegation in the capital Niamey.
Neither the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland nor the people of Niger want war and remain open to dialogue. But let us be clear, if an attack were to be undertaken against us, it will not be the walk in the park some people seem to think.
The ECOWAS delegation also met with President Bazoum. He's being held with little access to food or electricity. His health is reportedly deteriorating.
We met him. We heard from him what was done to him. He told us about the problems he's facing that we will take to the leaders that sent us here.
The junta accused him of treason for acting in the interest of a foreign state, alluding to France, the former colonial power.
The will to act militarily is to stop what could be seen as a contagion of coups. There's been coups in Guinea, Burkina Faso and Mali. Countries who carry the ECOWAS mandate, like Senegal and Ivory Coast, want to stop this. But these states are seen as too close to France, the former colonial power. For part of the population, ECOWAS is seen as the armed branch of the former colonial power.
The junta leaders in neighboring Mali and Burkina Faso have sent their military planes in solidarity to Niger's coup leader. General Chiani and his supporters seem to be determined to cling on to power, no matter the consequences.
And that's what's been happening around the globe today. And now for a recap of the night's top headlines. 22-year-old Woburn resident charged in connection with Egmont shooting. GTA chairman says the Mama Glow underwater sculpture has been misunderstood by the public. Attorney Gillian Bristol replaces Lady Anande Trotman as head of the Integrity Commission. And in regional news, public servants in Guyana to receive $37 billion more in wages and salaries under PPP. And on the international front, Niger coup leader proposes 3-year transition to civilian rule. In sports, Grenadian athletes take center stage in Budapest. If you missed any part of this newscast, there will be a rebroadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful evening.